treasure hunters. Welcome back to another episode of Gem State Treasure Hunting.
This is day one of our camping trip. We are out here on our claim by the creek and getting ready to dig some gravel bars.
Yep, my wife here is gonna work our first gravel bar, and I'm gonna work over behind these trees on this gravel bar that I was working the last time I was out here. So we're getting things set up. We're gonna get ready to roll, and we'll get to filming. Alright, so I was here working this spot in my last video, and I was getting really good gold. This is where I pulled the specimen out of. So I'm going to work this area a bit more and see what else we can come up with out of here. I'll set you guys down where you guys can see, and we'll get to panning. There's a frog. First pan of the day, folks. And today I'll be using Snuffzilla because I forgot my regular snuffer bottle at home. Alright, that's down far enough. Let's see what we get. So here is a look at our first pan. A few decent pieces in there, a lot of small stuff. Not as good as I had been getting before. So I may start digging a different direction on that hole and see if I can come up with some better results. So here's a look at my very next pan. Flakes are a lot bigger and there's a lot more, so I'll keep working back into that gravel because that's where it seems to all be now. I pretty much cleared out that other spot, it kind of looks like, unless I get deeper down. But yeah, we'll just keep working that for a while. Hopefully the gold will continue to get better. Alright, on to pan number 3. Come here, Snuffzilla. It's time to get fed. Nom, 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 nom. Alright, so I just panned out that third pan. There's quite a bit of small stuff in there. I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on time lapse, and I'm going to leave all the gold in the pan, and we'll see how much we end up with after about 4 or 5 pans, something like that. See how gold's going so far. So here's the gold that I got from my little production run there. I did 4 pans. That's not terrible, but I know I can do better than that. So I'm going to backfill this hole and find a different spot to dig, because I know there's better gold out here than that. So we're sitting here at camp, and this little guy, he's little, came strolling into camp. A little rabbit. Just a curious little guy. He's up there underneath that sagebrush. Oh, there he goes. Back up the hill. Alright, so we got camp set up, and I decided to come over to this side of the road from camp, and I'm going to work. I'm going to do some pans off this gravel bar here. I'll probably do some stuff from the water as well, and see what kind of gold is hiding out over in this area. So I'm going to get to digging, and I'll show you what the pan looks like after I'm done. So there was nothing in my first pan, so I'm going to take another pan from this hole right here, and then we will move spots if nothing comes out of this next pan. So I only got 2 little pieces out of that spot, so I'm going to dig right here and see if there's anything coming out of here. I might go and dig behind this big tree right here. There's a lot of gravels and stuff deposited there. I've had good luck digging behind brush and trees and stuff like that, so maybe I'll go over there after I try this spot. Well, it wasn't the bonanza pan that I was hoping for, but it's better than the last hole that I was in. It's not too bad. I'll take another pan from there and see what that does. So here's what the gold looks like from the very next pan. And I'm going to suck that up, and I'm going to move over to that gravel bar right there and do a pan before I lose the rest of the daylight. So here's a look at my last pan of the day. And I got a nice little wiry bit there. He's a pretty decent size. They're a little bit still locked up in the sand, but that's most of it. That's just off the surface. Right over there. If my camera will focus, it's being difficult. I don't know why. So right there out of that hole, right behind the shovel, is where that pan came from. So that's pretty cool. I'll hit that more tomorrow. So here's a quick rough look at the gold we got today. Not too bad of a haul for just kind of poking around. There's still some gold down here in this black sand because I just separated it out real quick to give you guys an idea of what it is we're getting. So I'm going to leave this all in my snuffer bottle, and then when we're done with our camping trip, I will empty it all out and do a complete weigh up at the end.